67 of doing it scared. What a time it is to be alive. What a time it is to be able to reflect and see all the goodness that's around us. It's so easy to get caught up on the negative. It's so easy to see only the negative in our lives, but there is a lot of positive. And even the hardest moments that you've gone through, that you're going through, can be there for your greatest growth and can become your greatest victory. We've all gone through many hard times in our life, and we've gotten through them. And it's up to us whether we use them to make us stronger or allow us to fall into a dark place. Sometimes we have to go to that dark place in order to rise up from it. And though I don't wish that on anyone, I think that for a lot of people, like myself, the only way to grow past this is through the uncomfortable darkness, or at least what we perceive as darkness. My whole life, it's been so easy for me to get caught up in all the negative, all the bad that's happened, and all the bad that's happening. And it's really easy to look at the things that we don't have and the things that we want and don't have. And it's really easy to get caught up in those things. And it's easy to get caught up in the mistakes that we've made. And it's easy to get caught up in our failures. And it's easy to get caught up in all of that, all that stuff. But here's the thing, it doesn't help you to stay there. You have to find a way. You have to find a way to grow through it, to look at it and say that if God wanted me to be the best version of me, what would he put me through? And realize that just like iron is made, or steel is made, whatever it is, the metal is made, it's through fire. And the way you become strong is through these events. And maybe if you didn't have these events in your life, you'd never get anywhere. You'd never be strong. And it's tough to say because there's a lot of negative that happens that doesn't seem to have a reason or a purpose, that just looks like suffering to us. And there's plenty of events through human history that we can look at and just see negativity, and that's it. And we can't see the silver lining. We can't see the positive out of it. And it could be a positive for the whole, the net whole. It could be a positive for the individual. It could be a positive for the individual's offspring. It's up to you whether you use your story to empower you for greatness or destroy you. And as hard as it feels, it is a choice that you have to make. And I'm here to tell you that I know you have gotten through every single hard thing you've gotten through. And I know that you can get through the next hard thing. There are so many tools that you can use to help you get through that thing. Whether that's just pausing for a moment and breathing and focusing on what you do have, and the smallest thing sometimes is all we can focus on. These hands that you have that can create. This mind that you have, the eyes to see, the ears to hear, the mouth to speak. And when you feel like you have nothing left to give, when you feel like you can't keep going, take a deep breath and scream out. Scream out for help. Scream out to God. Ask for the strength. Ask for the help. And I really do believe that if you do that, the help does come. it's hard to look at a lot of these negative events that have happened throughout history in your own life and say that they were for some kind of good. Get it? I'm not there yet. But I do know the more I change the story inside my head to something empowering, to something positive, the better I feel, the more I can help those around me. Life can be very tough. It can be so difficult to wake up in the morning and go another day. It can be very difficult to have to let go of people you love. It can be very difficult to have difficult conversations. It can be difficult to stand up for yourself and even realize that you've made mistakes. And then just allow somebody to hate you. It can be difficult to go through pain and trauma in your childhood, to feel like you're not loved and you're not enough. But human beings, you, are incredibly resilient. You're incredibly powerful. And it might not feel like that in this moment right now. And I get it. But I know to the core of my being that you have the strength to make it through. I'm so sorry if you're going through something hard. I'm so sorry if you've had a lot of struggle and pain in your life. It isn't fair. It doesn't feel okay. And I'm so sorry that you feel that way. There's hope that you can feel better, though. And it may require some more strength. It may require leaning on some other people. But you can feel better. You can be better. You can be okay. And maybe that looks like holding on just a little bit longer. Just one more day. Maybe it looks like asking for help. Maybe it looks like giving yourself grace, forgiving yourself for being a bad person, forgiving yourself for allowing people to take advantage of you, whatever it is, just like forgiving yourself and then accepting yourself and giving yourself that love, or accepting that love from God, however you need to do it. And not turning that into anger, but turning that into love and forgiveness for yourself and for others. I don't know if any of that, what I just said, made any sense. But I do know that you are loved and you are enough. And the reason that is true is because you're here, number one, floating on this rock through space. And number two, for some reason, you've made it 9 minutes into this video. And if that weren't true, you wouldn't be floating on this rock through space. And you especially wouldn't be watching this video. But even if you don't watch this video, you're still loved and enough. It has nothing to do with this video or me. I'm just saying that there's a part of you that understands that and knows that. And that's why you keep watching, because you're like, man, I know deep down inside of me there's something more, there's something better. I can feel better, but I don't, and I don't know how, and I don't know where to start, and I don't know why I have this life, and I don't know why I was given this thing and this challenge and it's so hard, and why me, because it sucks. And the first step that you have to take is you have to start to get out of that victim mentality, which is so hard to do because it's so easy, and you do deserve to be a victim. You deserve to have that mentality because it wasn't your fault and you didn't do it. But unfortunately, that is not going to serve you, and that's not going to help you get to the next level. It's not going to help you get better. So you have to find a way, dig deep down inside, get the strength to realize that you have the responsibility and the choice of how you react and respond to these negative things that have happened to you. And you can choose to let those things empower you or disempower you. And if they've disempowered you for this long, it's time to choose a different story. It's time to change the narrative. It's time for you to be better. And you know that. So choose a different story, choose a different narrative, and realize that you are enough. That you deserve love, that you deserve peace, and that you can, in fact, have a better day. And here's the thing. There might be a whole lot of trust that you have to start with. Yourself and God and universe. And then there's a whole lot of unlearning, and there's a whole lot of grace. I'm going to stop because I didn't want to go that long. And I don't really know what I said. Sometimes I talk and I feel like I just go somewhere else. But I just needed you to know that you are loved, you are enough, and that you can have more, and you can be better, and you can feel great, and that you don't have to wake up and hate your life. And if that's your existence, I'm so sorry. It might start with just doing something scared. Doing tomorrow scared throughout the day. Having the conversation scared. Writing down the notes. Not being a victim. Taking responsibility. Acknowledging yourself. Giving yourself forgiveness. Accepting yourself. I was looking at the stars tonight, and it makes you realize how much beauty there is in the world. And I love looking at the trees. I love looking at the mountains. And sometimes I think I'm just here to look at those things and see those things. But then I look at other humans. I look at you, and I'm amazed. Because you can talk, and you can see, and you can hear. And you have these hands that can do all kinds of crazy things. And if you put this together, and your heart into something, you can create something great. Whether that's words on a page, a video on the screen, singing, dancing, staring at the stars. You're beautiful. You are loved and enough. Thanks for watching.